Wow, hello everyone, it's Daniel again. So for now, I'm going to share with you about the basic ethic when you're riding a bicycle. As you can see just now, right? Most of the time when we are riding a bicycle, we are actually on a shared track. Patrick was there just now as maybe a pedestrian. He has the right use of the lane as well. But as a bicycle, what we should do is that we need to have a shared responsibility when we are actually on the road. While we are on the bike, it's really important that we sound a bell. It's important to let the pedestrian know that we are coming from behind. And if you wanted to overtake, always remember, right? A bicycle or pedestrian will always stay on the left side of the lane. While pedestrian is on the left together with you, sound a bell. Speak out. Bicycle crossing on right. Tell the pedestrian that, hey, we're going to cut you on right. So this is the basic ethic that I would say that it will make everyone experience riding a bicycle as well as walking on a walk path doing using the PCN, a much better experience for everyone. Right? So as you can see, on top of that, it is also a safety concern that whenever you ride a bicycle, always remember it is important to wear a helmet. Regardless of the type of bicycle that you ride, whether it's a city bike, road bike, mountain bike, or even a 4D, wear a helmet. Anytime, even from my experience, I've encountered before that when I'm going in a real low speed, I have felt. Not because of I'm being careless, but it's just that sometimes it happens when it's only on the two wheel. A bicycle on the two wheel, when it's not moving, it will always be very unstable. In any moment when you lose your foot, or when you lose certain control because of stone that you hit or pothole that you hit, you will fall. And when you fall, it's important that you protect your head no matter what. So remember, safety is number one, get yourself a helmet. Next, while you're riding a bicycle, two things you must take note is that you need to put a headlight, especially when you're riding in a dark area. A headlight, whenever you have a headlight, if you have a high lumen light, please point it to the ground so that the opposite pedestrian or rider will not get blind by your light. A light is only necessary when you're going through a dark place or when you're riding at night. Sometimes some light, they would prefer a blinking light, but that's also fine. As long as it's important, the front light must always be white light. Next, of course, is the rear light. If you can see here, the bicycle rear light must always be in red. A red will represent that this is the rear of a bicycle. That is why the front is always the white and the back is red. A red blinking light tells so-called as anyone that's trailing from the back of you will be able to see that, hey, there's someone in front of me. And then this light here will also help us to be visible during the night. At any time before you set out for your bicycle ride, there are a few things that you need to check. The most important thing you need to check is, of course, put your two hands onto your brake to make sure that your bicycle is really having the grip onto the brake. The last thing that you want is that you're riding out without any brake. The next thing you need to check is on your wheel pressure. Check onto your wheel wall for the pressure that's PSI that's required and make sure that you pump it to the desired PSI. Not over inflate it and do not ride when there's no air. In Singapore, when we are riding a bicycle, other than taking care of what the bicycle can do for you, you must also remember it is important to keep yourself hydrated. For me, I prepare 2 bottles of water. The whole reason is to make sure that I keep myself hydrated. Singapore is such a humid and hot weather. Water will help to keep you hydrated, keep you on the so-called performance, and most importantly, also it cool you down when you are too thirsty, right? A water bottle must always make sure that you have a proper cage and make sure that it's not flimsing around. The last thing that you want is that while you're cycling and you hit a bump, your water bottle tends to fly off. Right? The danger of the water bottle flying off is not so much on yours, but it's more about anyone that's behind of you or any pedestrian that walking, you could be hitting them and causing an accident. So remember, get a good water bottle cage that can firmly fit your water bottle. And While you're out on a cycling, especially for myself that you go on a round island, sometimes on 120 kilometers, you could be spending hours outside. What I usually do is that I always keep an extra spare of tube. There's no danger to keep an extra spare of tube. So-called as a, I would say as a pump. In case you run out of air, you can always pump it in the middle of the road. And of course, keep a simple set of the tools. Take for example, Allen key or even some screw set. In case any part of the bicycle that is loose, that we should potentially will happen, you can at least do a so-called on-the-spot maintenance. But no sweat. In Singapore, we are all friendly. In the event that your bicycle faces any problem, feel free to stop any bicycle and ask them for help. I'm sure a lot of bicycle rider outside there, they will have carry some tools that will be able to help you.